What's up, guys? Thank you so much for tuning in, and today I'm going to expand upon what I talked about yesterday. If you guys tuned into the stream yesterday, I was talking about Bully and the potential for that game to possibly be on Nintendo Switch, and today I'm going to expand upon that and talk about Far Cry Primal, another game that I really like, and see if it has the same potential to come to Nintendo Switch. So, before we get going on this video, here's where you guys can find this video and all of my others on the platforms. So on Twitter at WillYork_23, Twitch Tuxedo28, and YouTube Will York. You guys can also hit me up on Discord. I'm also streaming on Facebook. You guys can also add me on Switch, Xbox, PlayStation, and the 3DS system. So, before we get to discussing the topic of today's video, here's what's coming up in the upcoming stream schedule. So, possibly next week we might get a Nintendo Direct. And also with the direct reaction, also possibility, final predictions, we'll see. And on Friday, June 24th, which is 2 weeks from this Friday, I will be doing first Fall Guys Friday when Fall Guys comes out on Nintendo Switch in 13 days. So, I can't wait for you guys to come join in on the fun. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys, whether it's online or offline. I'm looking forward to playing with you guys with Fall Guys on the go and on Nintendo Switch. Also, lots more fun content on the way soon. So be sure you guys tune into all the social platforms. Again, popping those up. All the platforms where you guys can see me make mock trailers, stream, all the fun stuff that you guys can do, and it's all free. No charge whatsoever. Whether it's on Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Discord, or Facebook, it's all free. So, yes, I'm excited. So, let's go ahead and take a look at what I think could possibly be awesome about Far Cry Primal on Nintendo Switch. So, let's start with the so let's take a look at the controls here. So this is the Xbox controller. So this is Xbox right here. So let's take a look at the outlay of this, and then I'll look at the Xbox outlay and see how it, I think, would compare to Nintendo Switch. And again, for Switch controls, I'm going to be using Pro Controller and the Joy-Cons. So without much further ado, let's go ahead and go right into it. So let's start with let's see. Looks like we got an LT button. That's our aim. Okay. LT is our aim. Then L1 is to hold the weapons. Okay. Quick attack is with the RT button. Aim would be with the so LT is the heavy, RT, we got RB. Okay, I don't know my Xbox controls very well. I don't know them super well. So RB would be to aim and press or throw attack. And then you can also, let's see. Okay, throwable is the RB. And then quick attack is the hold. So you hold it for a heavy attack, and then the throw attack. Beast controls, if you do the LT and RB, that's your command beast. And also L, you can also do that and then hold the right on the D-pad. So that's part of the controls. Also gameplay, let's see. This one's going to be for gameplay menu. There's the pause menu. And then previous weapon is Y. Holding it is to heal. B is to crouch. A is to jump. Okay. Hang on, I'm feeling... Sorry about that, guys. I felt a sneeze coming and I had to sneeze, so I'm sorry about that. A is to jump. And X is to interact or cancel the heavy attack. And then you use your right analog stick to look. You can press it to take down and hold it for hunter vision. Okay. And then On D-pad, let's see. Beast menu is the right D-pad by itself. Throwing a rock is down on the D-pad. Food menu is the left button on the D-pad. And then your owl is your up on there. And of course the L is to move, and if you need to run really fast from those predators in Far Cry Primal, then you need to press it. Press down on the left button on there. So, it seems pretty simple enough. So, and this is on the Xbox. So this is Xbox controllers right here. So now we gotta wonder, what would the Nintendo Switch one look like? What would it look like on the Switch? Well, first of all, let's get out the Nintendo Switch Pro controller and take a look at it. Take a look and see where, turn myself down a little bit, kind of see where this would be. So, you take a look, and again, there's really not a lot of differences. It's kind of hard to see when, there's not a lot of differences to these controller styles. It's just the buttons, and this is the lettering really. The lettering that just makes a big difference. So, looking at the Switch, start with the, okay, so, simple enough, left analog stick right here, that would be your move, and you press that to sprint. L would be up here, food menu, beast, throwing a rock, and beast menu, and this is the right deep side of the D-pad, the down part of the D-pad, and the left side of the D-pad, that's your food. And then this right analog is your camera. You can also use that to press and also hold it for hunter vision. And then over here, let me try to get this a little closer. Right here, okay. This would be your B would be jump. Your A would be crouch. The Y would be holding, interacting, hold to interact, or cancel a heavy attack, and your X would be a previous weapon. Okay, then we look up here to the LR, let's see, the LZL and the RZR. So, taking a look at from this angle, upside down that is, from this angle, so there's L and R and ZL and ZR. So, to hold weapons would be L, pretty simple. To aim would be L2 or ZL, and then throwing a throwable R, and let's see, quick attack would be ZR, and also holding it for a heavy attack, and to aim and press is a throw attack. So okay, so that and this, okay. Also, this let's see, it would be L, and ZR would be the command beast, and you can also hold it the right on the D-pad to recall it. So again, the I'd say these aren't too simple. These aren't too complicated. I mean, if they're gonna port it, you know, like what they do with Xbox and what they do for the other consoles. I think all they really got to change in the game is just the lettering and how to control it. But I would totally love to see this game become available on, you know, on Nintendo Switch. I would really like to do that. I really would love to see that. And I've reached out to Ubisoft support about it, and they said they'll look into it. But I also saw something that said, no, we're not going to at this time. So that kind of left me a little disappointed. But there is one other thing I really want them to do. A big hopeful. And they've already doing this with other consoles. And that is the Ubisoft Plus subscription service. So basically what that is, for $15 a month, you can basically download, you can actually play cloud versions of Ubisoft titles. And the majority of the all of the Assassin's Creed games and all of the Far Cry games are on there, including Far Cry Primal. Those are all part of this cloud subscription service. Well, this has already been confirmed. It's already on Xbox, and it's coming to PlayStation. But what about Nintendo Switch? I just think for obvious reasons it needs to be on the Nintendo Switch. For one, back in, I believe it was 2019, or it was like 2019, the Nintendo Switch was actually Ubisoft's biggest partner, third-party partner. So Ubisoft was Nintendo's biggest and best third-party partner of 2019. Made a lot of good sense. We got Assassin's Creed 3 remastered that year, and also Assassin's Creed Rebel Collection as well. And we also got other great games that with great partnerships from Nintendo and Ubisoft, like Mario and Rabbids, Kingdom Battle. We're gonna get the sequel this year, which is Sparks of Hope, and we got other great Ubisoft games already on Switch. You got Immortals Fenyx Rising, which was developed for Switch and released on Switch. And earlier this year, a couple months ago, we got Assassin's Creed Ezio Collection ported to Nintendo Switch. So, I mean, these two are really good partners with each other. I don't see why not they wouldn't put either Far Cry Primal on the Switch or any of the Far Cry games, any more of the Assassin's Creed games, or at least, I'm thinking, you know what, just do the Ubisoft Plus thing. If you do that, that would actually be a big win, because you would have a lot of games that are not on Nintendo Switch. So, for example, I'm just going to pull out, I got a bunch of games in my physical collection, and a majority of, or a good portion of those, are actually Ubisoft. So, just kind of pulling them off out of, like the rabbit out of the hat. So I got Ezio Collection. Need to get back into that. Rebel Collection, and Immortals Fenyx Rising. So those are just some of the big, games that Ubisoft has put out on Nintendo Switch. So, like I said, do I think that Ubisoft should put Far Cry Primal on the Switch? Yes. I mean, the fact that you would probably get to go prehistoric with this game on Nintendo Switch would be really, really awesome. And of course, this is the Xbox version. Gosh, it's kind of hard for me to say, because, again, I mean, I like this game. Really good open world range. The combat's good. It did not get it got okay reviews. I mean, you can easily pick up one of these at Walmart for about $20. About $20. And you can also catch it on sale for less than that when it goes on sale. You can catch it on sale for about $10. So, that's not a bad price. And people, some people just kind of like to bash it, but I actually like this game. I really do. I like the fact that, A, you got a bunch of prehistoric beasts in this game, and you are playing as, you would be called a caveman. That's a stereotype. It's more like a prehistoric, like an ancestor of some kind, or, someone that, living in the times, living in the Stone Age. So, I wouldn't necessarily call him a caveman. They did more than live in caves. So, there was one other thing I did want to show you guys about this, why I think this game would be pretty cool. So, this is, I made a mock trailer. I know you can't see it now, but you will see it in a little bit. So, basically, this mock trailer is what I kind of explained yesterday, what I did with the Bully trailer that I made. And you guys can find that on my YouTube channel as well. You guys can watch it anytime you want on the YouTube channel. So, basically what all I did was download an actual trailer, and then I slapped a graphic together with the Nintendo Switch logo on it, and moved on and then incorporated together all in one video. So, without much further ado, here is my Nintendo Switch mock trailer for Far Cry Primal.
Mas brashtar, winja.
Sushash, karticha.
So yeah, the one thing I forgot to do. Yeah, I forgot to take off the bit on the audio portion. I meant to clip that off, and then actually what I should have tried to do was try to keep that in for the graphic. Or I know I should have done something, but then it just has the music pop up at the very end. So anyway, I found the graphic online. It didn't have the logo, so I found the copy of the logo, added a white stroke to it, and then I did. I got my Nintendo Switch. I got a Switch logo. I'm mentioning that in the video yesterday too. I added a dark shadow, and then the Nintendo logo, and I used the Ubisoft logo for that one because, well, I guess it's not as much. It used to be a little different. The Ubisoft logo in that one was a little different than what the current one is. So I used the current Ubisoft logo for that and gave that a white stroke. So, anyway, and then, boom. So, anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much what I got. So, do I honestly, like I keep saying in the video, do I think Far Cry Primal and any other Ubisoft games that are not on Switch should be on Nintendo Switch? I say yes. Again, like I've mentioned, Ubisoft is a really big third-party partner for Nintendo. They are really good. They've had a lot of success with Nintendo, especially with the Assassin's Creed games, the Mario Rabbids games, and a bunch of others. The Just Dance series, that's a lot of those are on Nintendo Switch, and those are big hits as well. So, I just think if, honestly, either Ubisoft should port Far Cry Primal or put the Ubisoft Plus subscription service on Nintendo Switch. And that way, it can just allow cloud gaming. So,